Hello, thank you for your time. Today we'd like to show you a video of how to use the Veterinary Xray software. And it'll be a quick video because it's very simple to use. If you've ever used a CR or anything similar, you'll catch right on to this. There's only two pages that we're going to go to. The page you see on your screen is the first page. And what we're going to accomplish here is to register the patient, pick the animal that we're using, pick the body parts that we want to X-ray, and then we go on to the exposing page. So this is what the computer will boot up to, this page here. We can either do this in a laptop or a desktop, whichever you prefer. The laptop, obviously, you can bring the images to your patients. There'll be a little bit longer acquisition time. They're not quite as fast as the desktops. And so let's get started here. Let's say we want to put in a patient name here, and then obviously you can just follow through the rest of these: owner name, referring physician, whatever you want to fill out in here, neutered, species, breed, etc. And then we'll go over here and pick the animal we're using. We can go down to exotics, birds, turtles, snakes, etc. But we'll go back up to the cats and dogs. And then you go ahead and click on whichever part of the animal you want to X-ray. So we'll pick the legs here. And then you see the positions over here on your right side, and whichever ones you want to X-ray, they're highlighted. The ones that are highlighted, you just hit the arrow and bring it down to here. I'll just pick a couple of them. And these are the two shots we want to do on our dog. So we'll just hit the check box here, and we're done with this page now, and we'll go into the exposure page. Okay, we'll wait for our DR panel always to make sure it says ready. Now this is a wireless DR panel, but we have power to it all the time so that we don't have to worry about changing batteries. And there will be a battery in there that will always be charged in case you lost power or something like that. It would keep on going. So now we're in the exposure page, and over on the left here, these thumbnails will show you what position you're going to take the X-ray of that you chose in the previous page. So these thumbnails, and we're ready to go. These are suggested. We just kind of hope you ignore these. That's all I can say for now. We wish they weren't on here, but we can't get rid of them. So we'll just ignore these. So at this point, we are ready to take an exposure. Right when we go into the exposure page, we can just take an exposure. So this is a screen capture video, so I can't show you the image, the X-ray being taken, but I'll have my helper over here take an image. We just got the hand phantom, so go ahead and take an X-ray. You can hear the beep there. And here comes, we got a phantom hand. So you can see it come up over here into the thumbnail box. And here's the image. And if we like it, we can just stick with it, or we can come over here to the tools that are available. Now these are all under view as all your standard window level, zooms, your rotates, this is a compare. You could actually put two images up to look at the same time. And the nice thing is if you hover over any of these tools, you can just see what they are: region of interest, inverse compare. So that's pretty self-explanatory on those tools. If we come down here, measurement tools, same thing: angle measure, cob angle, distance measures. We just hover over and you can see what they are. System tools, these are more like putting markers on there, just the standard type tools. There's a couple advanced ones here we won't get into now. That would be if you didn't like the way it was processed, you could actually unprocess it, process it as a different part. Here's a reset button, so if we got too far off with our windows and levels or anything, we can just hit the reset and it'll bring us back to the original position. So so that's basically the tool section, and now we're ready for our second image. So let's go ahead. We'll take another one just for the heck of it here. And when you hear the beep, it's hitting the foot switch. These generally, we have a foot switch on here. It comes with a hand switch too, but generally people like to use the foot switch so they can hold the animal with the two hands. So here's our second image. So we can do our adjustments again, anything we want to do, or if we're happy with it, we can just hit this check button, and that will end the study and either send it to a PAX or printer, or just store it on this PC here, and you're done. At this point, we could go up to our study list and see some other studies, and we can search by patient ID, name, etc. And so if we go back over here to Rover, there we are, back to our the patient we just took. There's some other tools here. I won't really get into them now because you probably won't use them. Everything we just went through is probably all you will need. So, and of course, we're always here if with any questions, and manuals will be provided and everything else. But pretty intuitive, pretty easy to use. So thank you for your time.